Welcome to Madame Raven's. This way to the library. She's been expecting you.
No such thing as ghosts. By Glitzy Nitzy. It was an hour after sunset. The city was eerily silent, as was the norm. The streets deserted. The group approached the house that was supposed to be haunted. Camera in hand, Arthur leaned against the fence, saying, "I can't believe nobody walks the streets after 6. All because of some ghost? Stupid village people and their superstitions." He lit up a cigarette and blew circles in the air. "Yes, we villagers are stupid. There's no such thing as ghosts," came a soft voice to his side. A pretty girl of around 18 stood just inside the fence of the supposedly haunted house. "Get the camera," the director Sarah hissed at Arthur. "Who are you? Are you not scared of the house?" she asked the girl. The girl shook her head and smiled in return. "There's no such thing as ghosts. I can prove it to you. Come, I know my way around the house. Come," she said, and walked away towards the old ruined building. It was Sarah's idea to film the haunted house. Everyone had heard about it. People refused to talk about it for fear of being killed, so they decided to see for themselves. Arthur rushed after the girl, hurriedly switching on the camera. Before Sarah and the others could follow, the gate on the fence swung shut silently and locked. Mist was falling fast, and they could barely see past the fence, vaguely making out Arthur's figure running after the girl and through the door. Sarah yelled, "Arthur, no, come back!" But her voice was muffled in the mist and carried away. She could see nothing more now, not even her own hands. Wow, this house is enormous. Look at that mirror! So gorgeous! Arthur exclaimed excitedly, hurrying to capture everything on film. "Wonder where the others are. Oh, they must be admiring the garden. It used to be beautiful. Now, not so much. But it has pretty statues of the owners and their children," the girl said, waving towards the garden absently. "Come upstairs. The rooms are even prettier. Come on." She beckoned and smiled back at him as she climbed. "Don't be scared. I promise you, I've been here many times. I'm sure I would have seen at least one ghost, if they were real," she laughed, throwing her hair back. Arthur glanced at her, mesmerized by her laughter and easy gait. Yeah, you're probably right. Nothing to be afraid of," he muttered, mostly to himself. They walked through the rooms, one by one, each room huge and covered in elaborate carvings, gathering dust and webs. Arthur held his camera loosely in his side, the record button still on as he gaped at the wonderful architecture. "What skill the designer had," he remarked. "You have a good eye for beauty. I knew it when I met you." "You're one of the rare kind of people," the girl said, eyes twinkling as she smiled fondly at him. "I'm Beverly, by the way." "Oh, I'm Arthur. I know. I heard the other girl call you that." She smiled and bounced merrily off to the other rooms. They examined every inch of the house and marveled at its exquisite carvings and sculptures. They met tons of spiders, a few occasional peeps from the rats that roamed the house, but no ghost. Arthur seemed a little disappointed at that. Beverly continued to laugh merrily and joke as she told stories of the house she heard from her grandmother. Arthur was captivated by the girl's recollections and her twinkling eyes. It was almost nightfall when they came out of the house. Arthur sighed as he realized his camera was still recording. He turned as he heard Beverly coming up behind him. "You were right. There's no such thing as ghosts, ghouls, vampires, and werewolves. All myth." She smiled sweetly at him. "There's no such thing as ghosts," she repeated. Sarah hunted for Arthur all evening. Her crew had retired for the night, probably scared shitless after the freak mist and the gate locking by itself. She wandered around the house, not daring to go inside the place. The mist had subsided. Her torch picked up something lying on the floor, just outside the gate of the house. The camera. Arthur's camera. Its battery had died. Picking it up, she ran back to her van and plugged it in. She watched the entire tape, right until the end. "There's no such thing as ghosts," the girl said on screen. "I didn't say anything about vampires." Her eyes twinkled, teeth glinting in the moonlight. Fangs lowered on either side of her smile. "It was your idea to film the house." Sarah heard a soft voice behind her. She turned to see two familiar eyes, twinkling, and a fanged smile. "So quoth this raven." And a huge thank you to my Patreons, Ermin Case and Darren and Jennifer Daw. If you like this, please hit the little button to let me know. If you didn't, hit the little button to let me know. Leave a comment. I'm always glad to talk with you, my darlings. I'm open to suggestions and criticisms, critiques. If you have not subscribed, please do so and ring the little bell so you know when to come up and see me. And I will talk to you next time, my darlings. Farewell.